know that feeling when you're standing at a crossroads, paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong choice? Maybe it's choosing a career path, starting a business, or even something as simple as what to post on social media. You overthink, you analyze, you research, and then you do nothing. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. In fact, there's a specific reason why smart, capable people get trapped in decision paralysis, and today I'm going to show you exactly how to break free from it forever. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Eric, and today we're diving deep into one of the biggest success killers that nobody talks about, decision paralysis. Here's what's crazy. I've studied hundreds of successful people throughout history, and there's one trait they all share. It's not intelligence, it's not talent, and it's not even hard work. It's their ability to make decisions quickly and stick with them.
Deal.
Meanwhile, most people spend more time deciding what to watch on Netflix than they do planning their entire future, and that's exactly why they stay stuck.
Stuck.
By the end of this video, you'll understand the psychology behind decision paralysis, why your brain is literally wired to keep you stuck, and most importantly, the exact 5-step system that successful people use to make confident decisions fast. Now, I could just tell you to stop overthinking and just decide.
Calm.
But that's useless advice. Instead, I'm going to show you the specific psychological triggers that keep you stuck and give you a proven system that works even when you're terrified of making the wrong choice.
Wrong.
But here's the thing. The real breakthrough comes in the second half of this video when I walk you through the 5-step method that turns decision-making from overwhelming to effortless. So make sure you stick around, because everything changes once you understand this system. So if you're tired of being the person who researches everything but acts on nothing, this video is for you. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah is brilliant. She has an MBA, speaks 3 languages, and has more certifications than most people have shoes. But Sarah has a problem. For the past 2 years, she's been wanting to start her own business. She's researched every possible niche, read every business book, taken every online course. She has 17 different business plans saved on her computer, but she's never started. Why? Because Sarah is trapped in what I call the perfect decision trap. She believes that if she just gathers enough information, analyzes enough data,
we lack data to analyze.
We are going to continue analyzing this data.
And considers every possible outcome, she'll eventually find the one perfect choice that guarantees success. Sound familiar?
They have to be perfect. They have to be perfect.
Here's the harsh truth. There is no perfect decision, and the pursuit of perfection is what's keeping you stuck. Think about it. While Sarah spent 2 years researching, someone else started a business, failed, learned from it, started another one, and is now making 6 figures. They didn't have more information than Sarah. They just had something more valuable, the ability to act despite uncertainty.
I'll do it.
This is what separates successful people from everyone else. Successful people understand that a good decision made quickly is infinitely better than a perfect decision that never gets made. But here's where it gets interesting. Your decision paralysis isn't really about decisions at all. It's about fear. Let me break down what's really happening in your brain when you get stuck in decision paralysis. First, there's the fear of making the wrong choice. Your brain is constantly running scenarios. What if I choose this and it doesn't work out?
I don't know.
What if there was a better option?
You'll try them all.
What if I waste my time and money?
Where is my money, Robert?
But here's what your brain doesn't tell you. The cost of not deciding is always higher than the cost of making an imperfect decision. Second, there's what psychologists call analysis paralysis. The more options you have, the harder it becomes to choose.
It's really hard to choose.
When you have 2 choices, it's easy. When you have 20, your brain starts to shut down.
It comes in 48 flavors. How do people decide?
This is why successful people deliberately limit their options. They don't spend months researching every possible choice. They identify a few good options and pick one quickly.
Just do it.
Third, there's the perfectionist trap. You think that more research equals better decisions, but past a certain point, more information actually makes you less confident, not more. Why? Because every new piece of information reveals another variable you hadn't considered. The most successful people I've studied all share this trait. They gather just enough information to make an informed decision, then they act. They understand that you can't think your way to success. You have to act your way there.
Come on, Lee, now get your ass up, man. We got work to do.
And here's the kicker. They know that most decisions are reversible anyway. If something doesn't work out, they pivot, they adjust, they learn and move forward. But they never, ever stay stuck in indecision.
Let's just get it done.
Let me show you the real cost of decision paralysis, because it's higher than you think. First, there's the opportunity cost. Every day you spend not deciding is a day someone else is out there building, creating, and succeeding. While you're researching the perfect business idea, someone else is launching an imperfect one and learning from real customers.
Afraid to be rejected. Rejection makes you lonely?
Second, there's the confidence cost. Every time you fail to make a decision, you're training your brain that you can't trust yourself. This erodes your self-confidence and makes future decisions even harder.
I believe in myself no more, don't you understand?
Third, there's the time cost. I've seen people spend literally years trying to make decisions that should take weeks. Imagine what you could accomplish if you redirected all that research time into actual action. But the biggest cost is this. Decision paralysis becomes a habit. The more you avoid making decisions, the harder it becomes to make them. Your decision-making muscle atrophies, just like any other muscle you don't use. The good news, just like any muscle, you can strengthen it, and I'm about to show you exactly how.
Show me what you got.
Here's the 5-step system that successful people use to make confident decisions quickly. I call it the RAPID method. Most people get stuck because they're not clear on what they're actually deciding. They think they're deciding whether to start a business, but they're really deciding whether to take a risk. They think they're choosing a career, but they're really choosing an identity. Get crystal clear on what you're actually deciding. Write it down in one simple sentence. For example, I'm deciding whether to invest $5,000 and 6 months of my time to test if I can build a profitable online course business. See the difference? The first version is vague and overwhelming. The second is specific and actionable.
Sounds like a plan.
Before you look at options, get clear on your non-negotiables.
This is non-negotiable.
What are your core values? What are your deal breakers? What resources do you actually have available? This step alone will eliminate 80% of your options.
No, this is non-negotiable.
Making the decision much simpler. For example, if work-life balance is a non-negotiable, that immediately rules out certain career paths. If you only have $1,000 to invest, that eliminates expensive business models. Non-negotiables aren't limitations, they're liberation. They free you from having to consider options that were never really viable anyway.
I know my limits.
Here's where most people go wrong. They try to evaluate every possible option.
Almost there.
Don't do this. It's a trap. Instead, identify your top 3 options and ignore everything else.
This is my choice.
Yes, there might be a 4th or 5th option that's slightly better, but the difference isn't worth the extra mental energy. How do you pick your top 3? Simple. Gut instinct. Which options make you feel excited? Which ones align with your non-negotiables? Trust your intuition here. Remember, you're not looking for the perfect option. You're looking for a good option that you can execute quickly.
So you got to decide right now.
For each of your top 3 options, ask yourself, how will I feel about this decision in 10 minutes, 10 months, and 10 years? This gives you perspective. Some decisions feel scary in the moment, but obvious in the long term. Others feel exciting now, but problematic later. The 10-10-10 rule helps you separate temporary emotions from long-term consequences. Often, you'll find that your fears about the 10-minute and 10-month scenarios are overblown, while the 10-year scenario makes the right choice obvious.
Now I get it.
Here's the crucial part. Once you've gone through steps 1 through 4, you have all the information you need. Now you must decide.
Now you decide.
Set a deadline. Give yourself a specific date and time when you'll make the decision. When that moment comes, choose one of your 3 options and commit to it fully.
You better decide now.
Here's the key. Commit to the decision, not necessarily to the outcome. You're committing to testing this path thoroughly before evaluating whether to continue or pivot. This removes the pressure of having to be right and allows you to focus on execution. The biggest mindset shift you need to make is this. Stop trying to make the right decision and start making decisions right. What do I mean by that? Anyone can make a decision work if they commit to it fully and execute with persistence and creativity. The most successful people aren't necessarily the best decision makers. They're the best at making their decisions work. Think about it. How many successful businesses started as something completely different? Twitter started as a podcast platform. Instagram started as a location-based app. The founders didn't have perfect foresight. They just started, learned, and adapted. Your next decision doesn't have to be your last decision. It just has to be your next decision. Here's what I want you to do right now. Identify one decision you've been avoiding, write it down, apply the RAPID method. Go through all 5 steps and give yourself a deadline, no more than 1 week from today. When your deadline hits, choose.
Choose. Right now.
Don't research more. Don't ask more people for advice. Don't wait for more clarity. Just choose and commit. Take one action within 24 hours of making your decision. This could be as simple as sending an email or making a phone call. The key is to build momentum immediately.
Why don't you just send emails for...
Remember, confidence comes from action, not from analysis. Every decision you make quickly and confidently makes the next decision easier. Decision paralysis is not a character flaw, it's a habit. And like any habit, it can be changed with the right system and consistent practice. The world doesn't need more people who can analyze every option perfectly. It needs more people who can make good decisions quickly and execute them brilliantly. Which person are you going to be? If this video helped you, hit that like button and subscribe for more content on building unstoppable confidence and success. And in the comments below, tell me about one decision you're committing to make this week. Remember, your dreams are waiting on the other side of your decisions. Stop making them wait. I'll see you in the next video.